Welcome! In this tutorial, we will see how to proceed to obtain a 3D model and the corresponding technical drawing layout using the AEC Architectural module. Let's start by selecting the AEC ribbon. Starting from the left, we find the command for managing styles, followed by those related to the insertion of architectural elements such as walls, doors, windows, stairs, and the management of planes and levels, as well as 2D sections and elevations, which we will see later. For those working with the classic version, you can activate the toolbars in this way. For example, we activate the toolbars related to the doors. Here, these icons appear. Let's return to the ribbon version. When working with AEC elements, you can start from a survey and an empty drawing, or, as in this case, from an existing 2D floor plan. Let's start by inserting the perimeter walls, without worrying about the openings for now. On the first use of an AEC command, the program offers the option to load styles from FAM or DWG files, in addition to the default ones. You can modify the measurement units. In this case, we'll leave the units set to millimeters, as in the floor plan. In the Style Selection window, all the imported styles are listed, and on the right, you can view a preview. Once the wall style is selected, before proceeding with the insertion, we can set some properties. For the external walls, we select a style with variable width. The chosen style already includes a section of the wall with a fixed width of 50, plus another variable section. We'll assign a value of 200 to the variable part, giving us a total wall width of 250, according to the floor plan. We will change the justification, which is currently set to baseline. Note that the baseline is a reference line chosen during the style creation. We'll change it to right, as we will start the insertion from this point and proceed clockwise. Let's insert the first 3 walls, and instead of proceeding with the 4th, we can use the close option to finish. Here's the result. Let's analyze this section where the wall thickness varies. We can't insert a wall of this type directly, but we can work around this by inserting 2 walls. First, we select a style that has a variable thickness. Then, we modify the thickness and insert 2 walls. Let's take a look at the result. Now, let's select the first wall and change its thickness. This way, we will achieve this result. Let's now focus on the grips that allow us to modify a wall. Note that, to view the wall hatching, we have enabled the High Detail Display mode, whose properties can be adjusted in the Display Properties section of the wall style. Grips have different shapes which indicate different behaviors. For example, moving a line's arrow grip changes the line length but not the direction, and moving a line's square grip changes both the line length and direction. The width grip is enabled only if the style has a variable width. These grips allow you to modify the wall's orientation, meaning you can flip the interior and exterior sides. Let's now look at the vertical grips, which allow you to modify the wall's height and are useful in situations where variable height is required. You can also add a vertex. Let's now look at the wall orientation change from a different perspective. Now let's return to our floor plan. To create a column, simply select a wall, then set the desired thickness, in our case, 300, and proceed with the insertion. Let's continue with the insertion of the remaining walls. The final result is this. Now we will focus on inserting a door. Let's select the style from the menu. And adjust the width and height. Be mindful of the difference between height and header height. The height refers to the overall vertical dimension, while the header height refers to the height at which doors are placed within the wall. To position a door, you can either input the distance or select the point using object snaps. You can use the grips to modify the swing direction and opening orientation of the door. Let's finish inserting the other doors. We can modify the properties at any time. For example, here we will change the opening angle. Now let's insert the windows, which are managed in a very similar way to the doors. It's possible to insert them in a series, or alternatively, you can use the CAD copy command along the same wall. Now we can see that the windows are not positioned correctly. We can select both of them and modify the header height to adjust their placement. Let's insert the remaining windows. Now let's insert the stairs. Unlike other elements, stairs are divided by type, straight, spiral, U-shaped, and each type has its own style. In our example, we will opt for a straight staircase, centered, and we modify the tread value, which in our case is set to 220. To modify the width, in addition to entering the value directly, you can also specify the distance between 2 points. Next, we'll insert the slab. This can be done by converting an existing outline or, as in this case, by creating a new outline. We can assign either a negative or positive value based on the desired direction. Just like with walls, you can use the close command to complete the outline. Let's finish by inserting a railing. For this element as well, you can choose from various styles, with a preview available on the right. Railings can also be attached to stairs using the practical attach command. You just need to select the reference stair and specify the side. The 3D model is complete, and now we can move on to the rendering module or create sections and elevations. Now let's see how to create a section. It is enough to specify the start and end points, indicate whether to keep the hidden lines, in this case, no, and specify where the section should be placed. If it becomes necessary to change something, like the type of staircase, there's no need to redo the section because it can simply be updated. Once the sections are completed, we can proceed with the technical drawing layout, as we can see here.